All right, y'all. Welcome back to Free Gems. On today's episode, we talking about the music industry. We gonna talk about we doing a review on AK talking about DJ Akademiks is talking about basically 6ix9ine and how he first signed for 30,000. But I just wanna this is Free Gems because I have a lot of people that want to get into the music industry, and I'm here to show y'all today how there's really not money in music. You feel me? Only this top niggas is really getting money, and the best way is to really, be independent, and really know how to have your own fan base and know how to, make money off that, So like that's where like crypto and NFTs and all that shit come in place and shit like that, because and these videos is gonna show y'all exactly how people don't make money and how when people sign, that's nothing more than advance, that's nothing more than a loan. You feel me? So you better off just building up your own brand, building up your own business, and having good credit and starting your own business and shit like that, and fronting your own motherfucking records and studio time and all the other type of shit. Because at the end of the day, you're giving up your publishing and your masters and shit like that. And at the end of the day, you end up not making no money. But let's jump straight into this shit, because he gonna show y'all exactly how this shit motherfucker not making no money. Hold on, let's see. Oh, let's see. Let's see where we at. Here we go. Let's go.
Here, 6ix9ine is the hottest rapper. You can imagine, and this is the thing about contracts. Bro, 6ix9ine probably got signed for like 30 grand. Like
he talking about
2016.
He talking about before he blew up.
2017, he started buzzing a little bit. Right? 2018, really lit. Shody's looking like, how you got one, like you got Fifi, you got Baby, like how come his income from music wasn't that much? They're like, so now he's kind of asking those questions.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. You'll sign all this shit over.
That's not really how it works.
You sign this deal for 5 albums.
Money came here.
So they got you.
The money came right when he got locked up too.
You hear what he said? So all the money really came, when he got locked up.
So much by this whole thing too. You can tell so much. 6ix9ine was still, he ain't get a re-up yet in 2018. This is before he got locked up. He signs a pub deal. He signs a pub deal for probably 1.2 million. Who knows for what albums or for how long? Because you gotta realize now the world is looking. What people don't realize about music is that when you're hot, you don't see the money from right now.
The thing about academics know what the fuck he talk about. He knows about the industry. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand about academics. This nigga know what the fuck he talking about. You feel me? He know what he talking about when it comes to that industry shit, when it comes to people, the fucking deals that they be signing and shit like that. He do his research, and even on all the other shit. Like this nigga really be knowing what he talking about. He not. It's a lot of people that be on the internet capping and shit like that, but this nigga be knowing what he be talking about. So understand. Listen what he finna tell y'all.
Until like 6 months later, sometimes a year later, he's not seeing that money till he gets locked up. Do you know what I mean? He's not seeing that money at all till he gets locked up. So what artists usually do, right? They sign a pub deal, which is basically like you sign a deal to say that the publishing company could collect on your behalf, but they give you upfront money.
So like loan.
The upfront money you probably got was 1.2. You get me? And it was probably like, I don't know for how many projects or for how long. But now in 2018, the biggest money he got was the $1.2 million in pub. Here's one of the contentions that was being had, right? There was a moment where Shotty was trying to take 6ix9ine from his label. Because now 6ix9ine is one of the hottest artists in the game. Like, it's 2018. Like, what's up with this? What's up with that? Blah, blah. Shotty's trying to be a little critical. Also, 6ix9ine don't really know who to trust. Me at that point, I'm just kind of staying far. Because I'm seeing niggas when it comes to money, they're looking at 6ix9ine like the golden goose.
You feel me? Because a lot of people come into the industry, they don't know what the fuck they doing. Like a lot of people is so thirsty, or a lot of people, they coming up and somebody from their town end up signing them for some little ass money, you know, like 30,000 and shit like that. But you signing your life away. You feel me? You signing your rights as, you know, for your art. That's like, there's no other industry like music where people have ownership of your art and your work. You feel me? Like, what it should be is a partnership. You feel me? And that's what like Nipsey talked about for so long, and why, you know, why certain people don't have that extra push, because they're not signed to these majors, and the majors have all these connections to, you know, all these radio stations and all this other type of shit. You feel me? So understand, but through social media, you have your own fan base. You can go straight direct to the fucking customer. You feel me? Sell directly to them and shit like that. Your music, you know, like, own your own shit, make your own money off your YouTube and shit like that, and make way more money. That's why niggas like Money Man and niggas that's independent, a lot of niggas be making a lot more money than some of people's favorite artists, because they sign to these labels, and you signing a $10 million deal, you're not making no money until they make their 10 million that they gave you up front. So motherfuckers will go around, blow that, you know, they advance and shit like that's nothing more than a loan. You feel me? So it's a game. You giving up your rights, you feel me, your ownership for some fucking money when you can make that money through your community.
They'll kill you for 6ix9ine. So me, I stay far away. I'm like, all right, I'll do your thing over there, right? What I get to find out, right? And I'm pretty sure if Shotty does like a documentary, he'll tell it. Shotty, at one point, he was trying to negotiate 6ix9ine's contract. Keep in mind, he never had no paperwork. He never had contracts. And 6ix9ine's down Treyway to set third. Shotty's not really a manager, but like he's the homie, but kind of the big homie, but he does some business. Anyway, he's trying to see 6ix9ine's contract. But here's the thing, which I guess was like one of the things between them. I remember this vividly too. Because there was a three-way call, me, 6ix9ine, and Shotty. So, like, you know what I mean? I remember Shotty was like, yo, act. He's like, yo, you a business-minded nigga? So he's trying to explain to me what's going on with 6ix9ine and his label. You know, basically, I think Shotty says, here, like, nigga, yo, you deserve more money. Like, you should be getting a bigger back. You like,
I already talk about that right here.
Yeah, it's Shotty, nigga. So, Shotty, you feel me? So Shotty was like, yo, he was like, yo, act. He was like, I know you work for the label. Tell son some of the shit he was saying. Humbly enough guy where I looked at a nigga and I said, yo, listen, you and Shotty should figure this shit out, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me, brother. And before the whole thing with the record label, Shotty had called in and was like, yo, send me 6ix9ine's agreements, which I want to review. They said, okay, we just gotta ask 6ix9ine if we could.
6ix9ine didn't give him permission to see the information, see his contract and shit like that. That's basically what happened right here. But he just giving y'all game, like, cause 6ix9ine the hottest nigga on the world, but he not making no money, and that's why even 6ix9ine started to bug out once, especially when he started figuring out niggas was, you know, stealing from him and shit like that. But the thing is, a lot of people don't understand what they signing and shit like that, so people don't understand what's the breakdown of money in music. You feel me? So that's why most people and most artists make money on touring, and they try to stay touring because they usually don't have their publishing and they don't have their masters. You feel me? So they usually, you know, got that shit tied up, or they done sold their shit, you know, for a couple of albums, or, you know, for some money and shit like that, because they be fucked up because they didn't spend all their shit on jewelry and houses and all this other type of shit. They put in the studio time, the clothing that they bought you, all this shit that you think is free and shit like that. Whole time they tabbing this shit in and shit like that, you know. Plus you got your manager fee and shit like that. You got to pay all these different type of people fees and shit like that. By the time you ain't got no money, that's why you got to really understand the game that you in. Understand that music is one of the hardest industries to be in. It's not a lot of niggas making money in it. Basketball players be making way more money than them niggas. You feel me? It's only a handful of niggas. Like this nigga Dirk just said he really been in the game for 2 years on this Gilly shit. You feel me? On the Gilly interview. Like, that shows you. Dirk been in the game for so long. You feel me? He said he didn't want to come back. You know, he said that he was broke, you know, and he was rapping about how he was rich and he was fucked up, but he didn't want to tell his niggas he was fucked up, because that's how the shit be. niggas really didn't understand what they was doing. You feel me? Because niggas just was so young. You know, Dirk got in the industry so young. You feel me? That's why you see once he finally got up off Def Jam, and you know, once he got with like French Montana and shit like that, he started to build up his relationships. He got off the, you know, the majors and shit like that. And once he, you know, was done fuck with French and shit like that, you know, now you see how he was able to really take that next step, especially with, you know, everything that transpired with like, you know, Drake and everything. But now you can see the real money starting to flow in, you feel me? Because one, I'm pretty sure that he's smarter, took a better deal, whatever the case is, you feel me? So, but understand, like, ownership is powerful, especially when you under your catalog, you know? A lot of times, or most of the time, I'm pretty sure, when you sign underneath these labels, they own them records, you know? They forever own them records now that you sign. Anything that you sign within that record, within that record label deal, they own that shit, you feel me? Now you got to buy your catalog back. So that shit all extra, you feel me? Like, you better off doing a partnership when you really understand your leverage.
Share it with you and sure. I bet. He tells 6ix9ine, it's like, yo, yeah, tell him to send me your deal. I mean, hey, 6ix9ine is the only person who had approval to tell the label who they can share his deal with. He never said Shotty. And while they were talking, it seemed like Shotty was under the impression, like, yeah, son in the mirror and the whole YBN falling apart. Bro, that's the shit that fans should know, I believe. Bro, because if y'all stop acting the whole YBN falling apart, bro, that's the shit that fans should know, I believe. Bro, because if y'all stop acting like it's over ego and emotional shit, it would make a lot more sense. Y'all.
That's why so many. That's why.
Bro,
oh shit. That's why so many.
They don't even understand. Like, I'm trying to like.
That's why so many labels, I mean, groups break up and shit like that. That's why so many people fall off the face of the earth and shit like that, because they get to feel like they a fucking slave, because they get to making all this music and understand that they not making no music. I mean, they're not making no money off the music that they making, you feel me? Everybody else making money off them and shit like that. That's why a lot of people will stop, you know, until the time runs out, or they'll hurry up and drop, you know, some albums and shit like that. But a lot of time people don't have creative control and shit over their albums. So the label still dictate what album you can drop and shit like that. Or people change their name and do all this other type of shit just to get up off of that shit. You feel me? That's why the music label is so, you know, everybody be talking about the record label, because you got to understand what you're doing, you know, and sometimes, you know, you got to do what you do in order to get to the next level and honor that. But sometimes, you know, you sign a 10 album deal or whatever, like some people sign 360 deals, so they literally own your liking, you feel me, your name, you feel me, everything that you do, anything within that, they own that, you know, they feeding up everything that you doing. Like, should be crazy.
They personalize these things so much, bro. This is happening to every artist, bro. I know these stories about every artist. I know exactly the business behind YB in the mirror and the whole YBN falling apart, bro. That's the shit that fans should know, I believe, bro. Because if y'all stop acting like it's over ego and emotional shit, it would make a lot more sense. Y'all, YBN was never owned by y'all. It was owned by some nigga who finessed y'all. Of course. Didn't Corday mention that? Yeah, I dropped the YBN because we ain't own the shit. Yeah, I own the shit. Niggas signed y'all to a contract, fucked all y'all in the deal. Bro, that's fucked up. And some lawyers, things like James McMillan. Go Google it. I'm sorry, James McMillan. Sorry, I'm telling you now. But the point what I'm trying to say is that, yo, you can't never stop the cycle of young black men getting in this industry and getting fucked over and finessed if you don't make this shit public. Fact. You can't act like this is some secret society. I don't get money off finessing these kids and finessing these people. Make the information, educate people. Educate people.
Everybody be trying to want to be rich and shit. Everybody want to
millions of dollars of contracts.
Always never look like it's.
They have real no representation. Bro, you think your homeboy from the hood, without him watching DJ Akademiks and other people, who's going to tell them what they're going to run into?
Right.
They're going to walk into Interscope and you're the hottest rapper, and they're going to get, oh, hey, this is our offer for a deal. You see money that you've never seen before. And yes, money at that point is a couple $100,000. Matter of fact, these days, I'm talking to a lot of people, they're not even offering niggas over 60, 70 grand if you don't really got a real buzz.
That's
But
crazy.
what's
That's
in
no
the other
money.
terms of the deal? All right, bet. So
You can make that your damn self. You got the right
that.
fan base.
Now, you straight from the hood. You got your man's who, yeah, he used to pay for some studio time. You don't know nothing about the industry. You know what they gonna do, bro? They gonna say, yo, here's our offer. Take it to a lawyer. Nigga, you don't know no entertainment lawyers. Most of the entertainment lawyers work with the same labels too. It's a secret society, nigga. So now you're trying to find an entertainment lawyer because you can't go to your lawyer who works at your traffic tickets. You can't go to the lawyer who gets your homies out of jail. They don't know what's going on in entertainment like that, bro. They don't know the gimmicks, they don't know the games, don't know how the finesses, don't know how the negotiation goes. They don't know all that shit, right? So you're a new artist. This is how every artist gets fucked. So now you get lined up with the same, there's 5 attorneys, I could name all of them off the back of my hand, that pretty much work out 80% of the contracts. They're all in bed with the same fucking record labels that you're working against. Who you think they really represent? So bet, they sign you to this fucked ass deal. You think you probably got the best of it. You know why? Because you're getting money in the bank. But now, if you end up panning out, your second album, your third album, you're fucked, you're looking crazy, you're getting mad, and by your 4th album, you're like, you don't want to rap no more. You know why you don't want to rap no more? Because you realize,
because you spent all your money and you signed for all these albums, and now all your advance money is gone, which is your loan. And now they're getting all the money that you signed until, and if they own, remember they own a certain percentages of your masters, your publishing. If you signing this shit over, if they owning 100%, 30%, whatever it is, they getting that shit, and they recuperating everything that they spent on you on the advance and shit like that. So that's why people be out here fucked up. People don't be understanding. Motherfuckers really don't be having money like that. Most of these rappers living in a condo, living, check to check, month to month and shit like that because, they're getting a lot of money, but they also got a lot of bills and shit like that. And that's why a lot of people, crash out. You got to be smart in this game. Like, these people will finesse you. These billion-dollar companies.
Spend all your fans and the money that's still coming in, they're still telling you, oh, we're trying to recoup. Oh, we're still trying to recoup. You're like, well, I already spent all my money. They're like, well, you could sign another deal. And we
then that's how they get you.
Another
You're fucked up.
Another loan. That's just what it is. So that's what I'm just trying to tell y'all.
That's what most people do. End up.
I know.
They might own 50%. Now need more money. Now you got to sign up with 30% more.
That work in the music business. And what I mean by work in the music business, that really has an independent thing that works in the music business that only cares about artists. That they could walk into motherfucking Sony, Atlantic, and be like, yo, hey, I know the industry standard of what y'all do with the industry standard for a deal is that y'all ain't gonna go above usually a 14 to 15% royalty rate, but based on my artists, look at this song going on TikTok, look at these metrics, blah, blah, blah. Hey, we're gonna go, matter of fact, we're gonna go this way. We're not gonna take this, bro. No, you're gonna get railroaded. Even with your lawyer's just gonna make sure like everything's good. You're gonna get railroaded, nigga. These are billion-dollar companies. What do you think these companies exist for? You think your little lawyer is gonna finesse a billion-dollar company? You think you finesse them because you just got. You're like, oh shit, I ain't never think they was gonna agree to the $1 million deal. You're the dummy, nigga. They just gave you $1 million in the hole. They own all your masters. They own part of your pub. You're in a 360. Damn, nigga, you signed for 5 albums and nigga, like, nigga, you are fucked. That's the point. I like to keep it real. I want to break down everybody's contract. You know why? To educate y'all. This ain't for me. I don't give a fuck. Don't you hear all your favorite artists complain about all that shit? Then me complain about some shit. Then you hear a young boy saying he hate Atlantic. Then he say they don't want to give him his masters. What you think that's about, bro? That's why I be trying to help educate some of y'all, but some of y'all all about the foolishness. The foolishness. Things I'm telling y'all is facts.
That shit, real shit. Real shit, y'all. And that's basically, hey, that's the music game. You feel me? Y'all gotta understand this shit wicked for real. Like, that shit wicked. So much people wanna, get into the music industry. It's really off the fame and stuff like that. That is what, brings you a lot more revenue is the, you know, the sponsorships and all the other type of shit like that. But the money itself, I'm telling you, people be getting fucked over, and then you got to spend so much money to just blow a record up. I think Yo Gotti was talking about how I forgot who that. I think it was Yo Gotti talking about take $1 million to blow up a record. You feel me? So like to make a hit record. So understand you're gonna spend so much money just to get in the industry for these features, to get your name relevant and stuff like that. And then you're gonna go there and, you know, sign your rights over too, and now you just taking a loan. Like, it's just a game. At the end of the day, you got to be smart about it, understand your power, understand your fan base, understand that with cryptocurrency, there's ways that you can give royalties to your fan base. There's ways that you can create cover art for your album. You can sell that, you know, and have perks for your NFTs and stuff like that. You feel me? For that cover art that gives them access to backstage passes and all this different type of shit. You feel me? And you can have it so that you control your fate. You feel me? You don't need these industries and stuff like that to feed, you know, to really get out there. Like, the internet makes it so that you can talk to everybody, you know, that you can get connected with everybody with the internet, you know, with one push of a button. You know, you just gotta know how to, you know, talk to your community, you know, understand what they like, understand, you know, what benefits, you know, they want from you, you know, how much they want to fuck with you, you know, like do they want to party with you, like merch, whatever it is, like you can have it so that you have royalties over, you know, and they getting a large, you get them 80% of the cover art, you know, with that cover art, give them backstage passes for all your concerts, whatever it is, like you can really make it to whatever you want it, you know, with cryptocurrency. And, you know, it's going to change even the music industry. Cryptocurrency will. But understand, if you want to be in the music industry, this is what you're going to deal with. You're going to deal with people trying to fuck you over. And when you taking them advances, understand that's just a loan. You can go get that from a bank. Go get your credit right and, you know, fund your own business, you know, and then especially once you bringing in revenue through all that different type of shit, and you showing the banks that you making money through your own, you know, through your own business, shit like that, they going to give you whatever money that you want. They can give you the money that the label is going to give you and shit like that. Plus you get to keep all your publishing and your masters and shit like that. So, hey, that's just the game. You feel me? That's just the fucking game. But that's free gems for the day. Music industry, ain't nobody really making money in that shit. Only a top handful of rappers. That's what motherfuckers be talking about that shit. You know, a lot of people, you know, got up off that PPP shit, and, you know, but hey, at the end of the day, it's about longevity and, you know, staying rich, you know, and you know, because over time you still got to pay them bills and shit like that. Them bills ain't gonna stop, so that money got to continue to come. So if you, like I said, like the Akademiks said, that second, third, that fourth album, people ain't popping like that, then you done spent all your advancement. Now you got to sign again. Like, you know, broke, selling off the house and doing this and doing that. Like, cryptocurrency gonna change the world. Understand your power. This is free gems. Damn Jody. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that bell button. And we're gonna be doing more like reviews and shit like that on just certain topic free gems that I just think that people should know, or, you know, just a deeper dive in just certain industries or people into how they think or whatever it is, you know, concepts, ways that they live, you know, hobbies they do, whatever the case is. Like, we just gonna start, you know, just diving deep in, just really giving y'all free gems. But I thank y'all for y'all time. Peace, love, family.